do some more revisions tonight. So what I do when I'm just revising, as in like changing some dialogue, reading over, see what I can change, I just start reading wherever I left off the last time that I revised it. But when I'm specifically looking for scenes to add or plot points to add every night, I always start right from the beginning of the script and I start reading it through like it's my first time watching it, or I guess reading it, and then I see where the story naturally goes based off what I've written before, and then maybe on page 10 I'm like, I feel like instead of this happening, maybe this could happen before scene 11. So then I add a new scene, and then that new scene is the new scene 11, and then the old scene 11 either doesn't make sense with the new scene and I have to cut it out, or it becomes scene 12. So I added the new scene that I added, I believe, was on scene 10. So now I'm going to start again from the top and go through and see what other scenes I can add. And yeah, that's pretty much my method when it comes to adding new scenes. This is the first time that I have to write like this, because when I wrote my first feature film, Spending Some Time Together, when I revised it, I didn't really go back and add new things. I changed how some of the things happened, but I didn't go, I want to add a scene that does this or that. The script, the story stayed the same. I just changed some things, some dialogue, some actions and stuff like that. So this is the first time that I'm actually going back on the script and revising it and going like, I think I could add a couple of more pages. Let me see what scenes I could come up with, only if it's natural. If it's forced, I'm not just gonna add a scene for the sake of it. If it helps the story, helps develop the characters, I'll add it. But I'm not just gonna add a scene. If, let's say, right now I'm at 89 pages, so technically I'm good. I have a movie, an hour and 30 minutes. But let's say I had 50 pages, right? And I'm like, damn, I don't know what to add. I'll put the script down, and then in a couple months, a couple weeks, when I get some new ideas of what to add, I'll keep thinking about it on a day-to-day basis. When I think something's appropriate, I'll add it. But just because I want to make it longer, I'm not going to sit there and force myself to think something that doesn't naturally flow with the stories and the character and whatever. So that's pretty much how I handle it. It's kind of funny how writing these additional scenes, how it's going, because I'm sitting down and I have no idea what scene I'm gonna write, no idea what's gonna happen. It's just, so I start reading, like I said, from the top, and I get to that new scene that I added, and I'm like, well, if the main character's staying up all night doing a mob job, it's gonna affect school, and the teacher's gonna notice, blah, blah, blah. Like I mentioned in my last video in regards to the scene I added in the last video, the teacher noticing. And I'm like, well, if the teacher notices, that means his mom's gonna notice too. Like, he's sleeping all day and she's not gonna want that because she wants him to do good in school, blah, blah, blah. So then right after that scene with the teacher being like, if you need anything, you can talk to me. I notice you haven't been focusing, you've been falling asleep late. If anything's going on, talk to me. Right after that scene, I add a scene of the dad, after the 1 week gig is over. He congratulates his son and stuff, but in a very snobby way, his own, like, man, you should get some sleep, you look like fucking shit, compared to the teacher being warm and nice. So you get the contrast. Two different ways of saying, hey, I'm here for you if you need it. But one way is the right way and the other way is the fucked up way. And then right after that scene of the dad and son, the main character, it's the mom noticing that he's been sleeping all day. So she brings it up to the dad. He's like, hey, what the hell's going on? Blah, blah, blah. And the dad's like, fucking leave me alone. It was a one-time thing. I don't got time for this shit. And then they have like an argument in a scene that's like, let me see, it's 2 pages. Yeah, 2 pages and a half. So yeah, I'm just gonna keep doing that every day, just starting from the top, and then it's all cause and effect. Something happens in story, there has to be an effect. Sprinkles into other parts of the characters' lives, their relationships, and you choose whether you want to show that or not, if it's gonna advance the story. In my case, I want to show these characters' relationships to each other, so when certain things happens later in the script, you feel something like, oh damn, like I saw that building up early in the script, in the story, in the movie, whatever, and then now it's like, damn, now it blew up. It's like a ticking time bomb.